Disruption Network's production.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broken everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Want to know what's going on at the D? Hit up DisruptionNetwork.net and check out our events calendar brought to you by the Events Co. Find out about upcoming guests, special events, concerts, show schedules, community activities, and more. Get connected at DisruptionNetwork.net.
Might not make any sense whatsoever, but maybe in the long run it will. What's cracking, everybody? Yo! Disruption of your afternoon has begun. Ladies and gentlemen, put on your seatbelts. Keep your arms and feet inside the cart at all times and enjoy the ride, people. Fueled by Utica coffee and ready to roll. Ready to roll. Hazelnut coffee today, too.
Super good.
Fancy today. I'm loving it today. Loving it. Big ups to my friends, Frank and Heather, who made it out to our anniversary party the other day. That was cool to see all the Utica coffee family in the house the other day. And my guest was in the house the other day, Mr. Andy Soroka, right?
Oh, absolutely, dude.
Soroka?
Soroka.
Yeah. Soroka.
Yeah. Circa is one of the more common ones. Andy Circa.
Andy Circa?
Or Sorka.
Andy Circa would be a good stage name for you.
Circa is pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good one for
Both Sorka and Circa sound pretty good.
Also, much love to Utica Hemp. Love Utica Hemp, my friends over there. Joe and Chip doing some great things. Helping people. Man, just opened up a new store in Rochester as well. So big ups to my friends over at Utica Hemp. Check them out online, uticahempco.com. And EJA Moving Services. My man Eddie was in the house today, and it was good to hang out with him today. Eddie wants me to get across the fact that when you sign up to have EJA move for you, they are the home of the free boxes. So they're not going to charge you for boxes whatsoever. A lot of these moving companies charge you for boxes. Eddie's not going to charge you for boxes. And also, he will help the elderly. And when it's time to move into the dorm rooms come college season or move out of the dorm rooms, hit up EJA. Let EJA do all the work for you. They make your move stress-free. EJAmoving.com. Much love to Eddie. I love all my sponsors. I love you too, Andy, man. It's good to see you.
Dude, I love you, and I love everything that Disruption Networks do. I think
we need to work together more.
I absolutely 100% am behind that.
I think so. I love what you're doing with Tame the Giant, of course, Our Common Roots. And the reason why we're here today, I'm going to show everybody what we got in the house. We're playing Jenga today.
Bum, bum, bum.
Andy and I are going to play Jenga today. So, and the reason behind that is you're about to launch your new podcast. Well, it's not new. You've been doing it for a couple years.
Well, yes. This is technically the second season of Hidden Jams that we're about to release. And there's 15 episodes per season. The last season episode was August. I think it was like right before August happened. And now we've been on break for a little while. Been trying to record a ton of new episodes and just get a lot more content going. But
the reason why you brought Jenga is you have incorporated Jenga into part of your podcast.
Yes.
And this is not your ordinary Jenga set that we're playing with today.
No, it is not.
there's questions on the backside of these Jenga pieces.
Every single block, and actually we have 2 Jenga games that have questions on every single one, but every single Jenga block has a question on it that is sometimes about music and sometimes has nothing to do with music at all. It's just a fun question, or it's a polarizing question. It's red or it's blue. What side of the aisle do you fall on?
Well, I was fortunate enough to be on your podcast.
Yes.
Back when was that? In the summertime, right? Maybe September.
Yeah, right around September, I think.
Okay, September, and I had a blast. It was a lot of fun, which you'll be releasing those really soon.
Absolutely.
And I got to play Jenga with you, and I had a blast.
Yeah.
And there's some cool questions on there. It was like Biggie or Tupac, or to that effect. And it's a really, really cool idea, man. And what you're doing, I think it's genius. And it's something as simple as Jenga, but it's super cool what you're doing.
Yeah, and thank you so much. The reason behind it is I did the whole first season of Hidden Jams, and I felt like I was really good on camera, but I sometimes feel that I could have been a lot better. And
Smile, you're on camera now.
Yeah, those type of moments. So I wanted to, and I wanted to be able to put people at ease. And I want people to like instantly feel comfortable, instantly feel like they can just sit down and like we're just like hanging out in my living room, or we're hanging out in their living room. And that is where we came up with Jenga. And I said, you know what, we'll be playing a game, but at the same time, we can still get to know these people. We can show off a fun side of every artist that appears with us. It's a very positive thing, and that was the whole reasoning behind it.
The art of board games are long gone. It doesn't even happen anymore. Nobody plays Monopoly anymore, except though when they released the Utica Monopoly for the Abraham House.
Yeah,
it gained popularity locally for a minute there, but like board games, you used to sit around and play Uno. Remember Uno?
Oh, I love board games. Yeah. I actually have
a board game guy.
A pretty big board game collection.
That does not surprise me. That does not surprise me. But incorporating Jenga into your podcast, it's genius, man. That was a great idea.
Thank you.
So periodically through this whole podcast, we're going to pick pieces.
Yeah.
And we'll just get up, and I have the little product table out there.
I love it.
And we'll pay it. Now, when we played last time on your podcast, I have to announce, can I tell them that I knocked it over?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell them, of course. And I'm calling it right now. I've drinking so much coffee today that I don't even think we'll get through 5 questions. Calling it right now.
The table is a little shaky.
Yeah,
so.
And the table is shaky too. This table's not made for Jenga. Not at all.
Well, that was another fun thing about about the second season of Hidden Jams. The first season, I was operating most every episode out of my bedroom that I grew up in my parents' house. Mm-hmm. They were kind enough they weren't really doing much with the space. They let me put a couch in there. And
was your mom your producer?
No, no, they were never there on any of the shoots. Okay. Yeah, it was always, they were always at work, and it was always in the morning. But yeah, so big shout out to them for letting me use that space. But the second season, I really wanted to show people that we were traveling, that we would come to you, because I love that idea. The whole idea, the later projection of the show is that eventually we can travel and we can do this. And I'm hoping to one day get an RV, and we can set up a space in the back that is designed for this. So then we can show up in, say Burlington, Vermont. We park the RV in RV camping.
Can I come?
Yeah, absolutely. Because we're going to need a team at this point. And I would even love to have where you did a bunch of episodes and I did a bunch of episodes, and then it was like as the season went out, it was like this was like Z's episode, or this was my episode, or someone else who was like hosting that episode. I'd love to have a couple different hosts, because I'd love to have so many of these episodes. There's just,
you are talking my long-term goals over here, pal.
Yeah. So that I love it. So we get the RV, and it's got this space set up that's a neutral location, and we can
cook meth.
Absolutely.
Said RV, I'm thinking Breaking Bad. I'm kidding. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I love that because I make a ton of meth jokes, so that's good. So, we spend the first 4 or 5 days going to open mic nights. We spend it going to guitar stores. We spend it literally handing out flyers. Do you know any musicians? Do you know any musicians? And we check out the local Facebook scene, and we try to set up, in the following days, as many of these episodes as we can. And we slot out the day, and it's like, okay, you got it takes, so far, I've got it down to about an hour and a half, depending on how much, bullshitting with the person we end up doing. Mm-hmm. But I think recording time is about an hour and a half. to get everything that we need, get all the shots that we need. So we'll set up these slots, and you come out to the RV, and we do the meet and greet, and you play a song, and then we play Jenga, or maybe down the road we've even created another game or several other games that we can have access
our
to.
Own.
Yeah, absolutely. And I
already joined your team. I'm on the team. We'll combine forces.
I absolutely love it.
I love these ideas, man.
No, thank you.
And it's super cool to go out there and just create content and do some really cool things and display creativity that's all over the world.
Yeah.
And that's the idea of this whole.
Yeah. Somewhere along the line, maybe it was, I really didn't like the way that sometimes people would talk about other bands in the scene.
The competitive thing.
That rubbed me the wrong way a lot.
Yeah.
And I really just started to say, we could all be tools of each other or springboards or however you want to look at it, and we could kind of ping pong up this mountain. And that is where I wanted to start helping people, and I wanted to start I just got jazzed about doing interviews. The whole reason this whole thing started was I was doing a show on my Facebook called The Morning Jam. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of funny. It just had this silly guitar riff, and it was like, "What up? It's the Morning Jam." It was like, dang.
Just quick intro.
Yeah, it was a quick intro, and then it would just be me playing a song. And at first it was all my songs, and I was doing it pretty regularly. I think 3 times a week. And then eventually I ran out of my own songs, so I started doing weird covers. I did a rap cover of Bob Dylan's, oh my God, what is it? I can't think of that song, The Free Walking Blues or something. And so I did all these funny covers, and then my buddy asked me to come on the show with me. And I said, really? You want to appear on one of these? It's just something I'm doing with my phone. It's not a thing. And he's like, no, I really want to come onto the show with you and be on there. So he came on, and we did a cover of a Wu-Tang song. I got I have a looper pedal, and I made the track up. It wasn't the straight song. I made a different beat up, and we covered a Wu-Tang song. I think it was Cream. And that video did really well. It got 1,200 views or 1,300 views, and I was shocked, and I was kind of amazed. And I was like,
everybody singing along, dollar bills, y'all.
Yeah, it was in a reggae type of thing.
Oh, nice.
It was I was singing the chorus, and then he would do all the rap parts, and then somebody else asked me to. And that was my boy Mikey D. Big shout out to him for doing that and always being there, always getting my back. Today is actually his birthday, so happy birthday to Mike Dingman. Absolutely,
happy birthday, Mikey D.
Yeah, he is the man. Hardcore OCR fan and just an all around amazing human being. So someone else asked me to come on the show too. Ben from the Remsen Social Club was like, "I want to do one of those videos with you," and I was like what? and then that's when I said to myself, maybe I'll interview him. Maybe I'll ask him some questions about him because, people seem to like these videos where I appear with other people. So maybe we can find something more out about him. And I nervously asked him these questions so Ben, tell me about your first, I remember just being so nervous about it, and I'm all shaky, and he was too. And it was funny because I'm we're just making this video for my Facebook. It doesn't matter, but it was something that did matter. And then someone else asked me to appear on a show on the Morning Jam. So I said, oh, this is kind of cool. I'm kind of liking this. And I was starting to get the same vibe, the same energy from a live show that I did doing an interview. I'd finish an interview and I'd have this adrenaline rush that I walk off a stage. And it's a great feeling. I mean, there's no higher energy that I've ever managed to hit on this earth so far. So absolutely fell in love with doing the interviews and and then I really started to say, this could become something. This could be something that I'm into, and it could be just a great experience to meet all these people and have all these awesome conversations. And I love music and I want to be in the scene. So it all just kind of seemed to just fit into this big soup all of a sudden, So then I said, okay, I'm going to go legit with this. I'm going to try to really make these videos good. I want to make sure that I'm showing off the artists the way that they deserve to be showed off. And I want the content to be something that somebody could watch. And maybe not even a musician. Somebody who's not interested in music could watch this and say, oh, that's cool. Like now I like this person and I'm going to check out what they have going on. So I wanted to do the morning jam, Andy's morning jam. So I started, and another thing is like I love doing original content. I believe in original content, and I'm not bashing anyone who doesn't do that.
You definitely are original. The fact.
And yeah, and that, like I've always just, wanted to make sure that like that's where I align, that's what I believe in. And I think free thought is just an amazing thing. So I looked up the morning jam and I found that there was a morning jam. And this dude was putting a bunch of energy into it, a lot of production value, and his name is Todd Myhan. He still does the morning jam. I think he just forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think he just put out like his 245th episode last week.
Oh wow.
And he has not missed a week since he started it over 3 years ago.
Damn.
Every Thursday at I think it's like 8 or 9 a.m. It's Todd's morning jam. It's, if you guys want to check it out, I absolutely.
He's a musician.
He's a musician.
Yeah.
Now he doesn't.
What's he play?
He plays guitar, and he's a nasty shredder. He's got a lot of he's got like a Trey vibe mixed with like much more blues bass.
Gotcha.
But like every once in a while he hits.
For those scoring at home, he means Trey Anastasio.
I don't know him. You're right. I don't know him. Trey Anastasio Fish, not a friend of mine.
Right, he's not your friend.
So that's good. So he plays instrumentals, and that's what he does. And every show is like 3-4 minutes long, and he works on a backing track that he makes every single week. He plays the drums, he plays the bass guitar, and then live at the show he plays to all those parts, and he like does like a live guitar thing. So I didn't want to step on his toes.
Oh, cool.
So I started thinking, I was like, the morning jam, and then I was like, it has to be something else. And then eventually that's where Hidden Jams came from.
And he's coming up on one of your episodes.
Yes,
which
he
is
is.
So cool. You reached out to him, but like, hey, dude, I started this morning jam thing, and now you have this morning. Well, you've had this thing.
Yeah.
So you decided to change it to Hidden Jams, and because of this guy, so that's cool. How was that conversation?
It was awesome. I loved him. He was a great dude, super great dude. Had a great time filming.
Did you guys play music together?
We actually did not play music together. No. Yeah, we didn't get a chance to play music together.
It was the one thing I enjoyed playing with you.
Yeah.
When we sat here and it was towards the end and we played your song Little Debbie.
Yeah.
Which was like the second time I ever heard it. So I was playing along and it was fun. I had a great time. We did a little IGTV video.
Yeah, and there was we did some like improv jams too.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to play.
I have it all recorded.
Do you?
Yeah.
So that is going to be featured on Hidden Jams?
Towards the end, there was going to be some like segments of us like doing the jam.
Okay. Must be some gems in that one.
No, there's definitely some good moments.
I had a blast, though. We had a really, really good time. Me and all my personalities in the head. we had a blast on your podcast. In fact, we got back home and we talked about it. I was like, dang, he's a cool guy. And then they started arguing about it, like who liked each other more than the other one. But anyways.
I love that.
Anyhow, no, I'm really excited for you. So you did bring in Jenga. Let's flash the camera. Why don't we play?
Yeah, let's do it.
Why don't we play a quick little game?
I'm totally down.
And so do got to mention on the back side of the Jenga pieces, there's questions on there. So maybe when you pick the piece, flash the camera.
Absolutely.
Of what the question is so that everybody at home can see the question.
Absolutely.
Okay, so why don't you start? You lead us off.
And just a couple things about Jenga. The rules are you can only use one hand.
Only one hand, okay.
And you cannot take from the first 3 rows.
Okay. One hand can't take from the first 3 rows.
Yeah, it's gotta be underneath that.
Are those normal Jenga rules?
Those are normal Jenga rules.
Okay.
And the only difference is in every single episode, we actually have 2 versions of Jenga.
Okay.
And we trade out the blocks as we pick them, so there's no repeat questions as the tower rises.
Okay, so you stack it on the top, and you can't pick the first 3 rows. And okay, so
all right,
Andy, you go first, and the other one will be the commentator. All right, so Andy Soroka steps up to the. Let's switch it over. Let's see. He steps up to the Jenga. table and picks one, and then walk back over. Well, show the camera first. We'll show the camera the question.
I picked one of the hard.
No, it's down. It's down more. There you go. So, okay. Happy birthday backwards. So, wait, I have to or you have to?
I think I have.
Okay, you have to sing happy birthday backwards. Okay.
This is only fair because I've made like
You made all
at
these
least
questions.
10 people do this season on the spot. Okay.
So, so you have to sing happy birthday backwards. Go ahead.
You too, birthday happy. You too. No, wait. You too, birthday happy. You too. You too, birthday happy. You too. You too, birthday happy. Z dear. You too, birthday happy to you.
My turn.
Oh, that is great. Z steps up to the Jenga plate. He's looking around. He's poking. Oh, wow. Right off the bat, just fished one out. What is the future of music? This is probably my favorite. Probably my favorite block. I forgot to put mine on.
I was gonna walk back to the desk with the piece. So, what's the future of music for me? I am gonna say, man, it's hurting right now with the electronics and all the soul that music is missing these days. I could talk about this for days right now.
This is my favorite block that came up. I love the answers that this sparks.
But what I do like is the youth coming up today, learning these old school songs and learning their roots. And I think it's important that we install music education into our youth. That's why I do this instrument drive every year.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm working on it right now. We've got some really cool shit happening in the summertime. But anyways, back to music. Right now, I just really think with the electronics, it's just missing a soul and it's missing a heartbeat. So we need more. We need people out there supporting live music. Is what we need. We need people out there making a scene, making things happen, making it vibrant again. Because the music is everything to me. It is. It's my life. It's my soul. It's what I do. You know.
Absolutely.
And I just want to see people out there supporting it and love it as much as I do.
Yeah.
All right, that's my soapbox.
I love it. And, I love to think about instruments that haven't even been invented yet.
Ooh.
Do you think in 50, 100 years there's going to be new instruments? Maybe something that we can't even think about right now, that like gets like super low sounds or just something that,
that's going to happen too.
Yeah,
The
and
way technology always goes. and
maybe
there's always-
maybe types of shows like live shows where like there's some type of like implant or like some type of special headphone thing or a VR thing that
holograms.
everyone is given in the crowd, and like you're just like transported into another world. Maybe you go to a show in the future and it's a bunch of chairs, and like you end up like just sitting back, but your mind is like taken on like a completely different ride. Who knows what the future of music could be?
There's so much. There's so much. I just hope it has a soul and a heartbeat. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
not just like this digital computerized crap.
Yeah.
All right. So Andy is stepping up to the Jenga table. Right now, we do got to mention he's also in Our Common Roots, Tame the Giant. Excellent local bands. Make sure you go out and support your local music. All right. So make sure you show the camera. That says, where do you write your best material? Where do you write your best material? And I do got to mention, too, that Andy wrote all these questions. And this is the first time he's actually had to answer any of his questions.
Yeah, I know. I love this. This is great.
So where do you write your best material?
I would say around a campfire.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ooh, solid.
Some of my best stuff is songs that happen. I am that kid who has the guitar out at every party, at everywhere that I'm hanging out for more than an hour. I'm that kid who's like been playing the guitar from like college until now, and I don't care. I love
it.
Yeah. And what happens is
We need more like you.
what happens is, I'll play some songs, and I'll be like, everyone will be singing with me, but then people get talking, and I know there's like these natural rises and falls in conversation and everything.
Always.
So, like I'll start to sit back and I'll play like new riffs, and I'll do a lot of exploratory stuff, like where I'm just kind of like making stuff, but I'm like still listening to people, and sometimes I'm even talking to them. I got it in my hand, and like I'm in the conversation. But some of my best songs have been stuff that I'm like listening to people say, and I just start singing it. And people who hang out with me, like they know that like I will start singing about things that you say.
So you're one just to go right into melody as soon as you hear something.
Yeah. One of them.
Your mind constantly is going, huh?
Yeah.
Are you constantly coming up with rhythms and melodies in your head and just
that and
patterns?
stories?
Stories.
I love to write.
What's more in your head, lyrics or stories?
I would say stories.
Stories.
Yeah, a lot of stories.
And
or
how much of your brain takes up melodies and rhythm?
I would say a lesser amount. That's all kind of stored in my hands and in my memory muscle. I would say.
Yep.
Where my conscious thought is like like given to like stories, sometimes lyrics, and like I'll sing my own lyrics over and over again. I don't write a lot of my lyrics down. It's all like from memory.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like rarely do, once I get into the studio, I guess I start writing them down,
Will you record into your phone? Do you use your voice memos for any of that?
Yes, I got a ton of that stuff.
Ton of those, yeah.
Yeah. I also like always weird inventions that I'm always trying to like, I look at things always, and I'm always trying to like redesign it, or, I look at something and I'm like, how could this be improved or improve, the word I'm looking for, but yeah, so that's something that like I'm always doing. I'm stories is a big thing. I'm like starting to write down these hippie horror stories that like the scary stories when you were a kid. I want to do like festival hippie horror stories in that kind of style. So I've been writing some of those down. But
festival hippie horror stories. I love it.
That's great.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. I had to get a picture of you.
No.
All right, so let me step up to the plate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Step up to the plate, play a little Jenga.
Anthony Z. Donaldson.
By the way, I write the best material, usually around a blunt or on the toilet.
Nice, yeah. Well, that's there's questions about that in there too. Anthony Z. Donaldson, number 21 of Utica Disruption Networks. So I knocked down Jenga. I don't know if I should tell you guys how many times I knocked down Jenga this season. I'll tell you, it happened more than once. What do we got?
How many bands have you played in?
Oh, nice.
I always forget to keep putting this back on.
I know, it just seems right to carry it back with you.
All right, so how many bands have I played in? Is that what it is?
Yep.
Not too many, only like 6, I think.
That's a pretty good number.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say.
Yeah, 6.
I think.
Do we count the day we had that jam session?
Absolutely.
Maybe 7 if you want to include like kind of. I'm doing a little project right now, but we haven't played out, so it's not official.
Okay.
How are you officially a band? You're like your first gig, right? Wouldn't you?
Yeah. I would say that. Yeah.
And I also want you to know that I made this Jenga even more challenging than ever because it's standing on. If you see that one right there, it's only on one block.
Oh,
yeah. Sorry.
You put a pinch point is what I call them all season. Yeah, I was like, we got a pinch point there.
For those that are watching at home or at their office right now, if you could see that picture of Jenga right there, it's only on one block, so it's coming down quick. And
we can work around this.
We can work around it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. As long as
I know I can't. I'm not good at this, and I don't have a steady hand to begin with. And plus, I've had like a pot of coffee today.
As long as we got a solid base.
But the coffee's so good.
It is. It's so good.
All right, so Andy's gonna step up to the product table, as we like to call it here around the D, but it's Jenga right now. And on Hidden Jams, which is Andy's podcast that's going to be coming out in a couple of weeks, he plays Jenga with his guests, and these are the questions that he asked a lot of his guests. And he came up with these questions, and he's never answered any of these questions on his own, so it's pretty cool. So what is that?
What is your favorite piece of band merch?
What is your favorite piece of band merch? What is your favorite piece of band merch? Now, that could be like local band, or is that a national band, or
I would say any band.
Any band?
Any band. Yeah.
So what's your favorite piece of band merch?
Okay, this is a bit of a two-parter. So I would say T-shirts. I love band T-shirts.
Band T-shirts.
I have.
Do you have a particular band T-shirt that's your go-to? Like, you know it looks good on you, like if you're ready to go out in the town or something?
I probably I could probably start a small store with Grateful Dead shirts.
Yeah.
I think I have. I've made a point this year to not wear as many Grateful Dead shirts, but I think I probably got around 35.
35 Grateful Dead shirts?
Yeah, and I have 4 actual tour shirts from when Jerry was around, that were given to me. All were given to me just as gifts. But yes, I had a couple back in the day, and then people started giving me Grateful Dead T-shirts constantly. But about the band merch, so one point that was brought up this season, and I can't remember who said it, and I really just loved it. We don't see coffee cups from bands.
Well,
Not so often. And I feel that it's a great piece of merch because you use it all the time. And you're constantly seeing that logo.
okay.
And I think next to a T-shirt, it's like I would love to see more bands start doing coffee mugs.
All right,
because that was something I would absolutely.
Can that be your PSA for the day, your public service announcement?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Andy Soroka's public service announcement is today.
Yeah, is more bands make coffee cups, put it on your merch table because I will buy it, and I know there's a ton of people who will buy it.
I like it.
So
All right, more coffee cups.
Yeah.
Dave Banges is saying he hates Jenga so much. His internal hand shakes too much. It's way too much. Me too.
It can be stressful, but that stress is fun.
He's also saying same with Operation.
Yeah. Oh.
Did you play Operation at all?
Oh,
when
yeah.
you were a kid? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We should turn Operation into a different game.
Reinvent
Operation.
The second you said Operation, that's where my mind went. I was already how can we use this?
Let's do Operation though, in guitar form. So it's die cut as a guitar, and so you got to take out a little piece of string, a little piece of the pickup, something like a tuning fork.
I love this.
That's how I'm thinking. So here, on air public meeting, there you go. Steal that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna. That's
I'm
great.
gonna go play Jenga. All right, here we go. You gotta be my commentator.
Mr. Donaldson, up to the plate now. Oh, nope. He's backing out. He's backing out on that one.
Poke around, right?
He just got to poke around. Or a little Adam Sandler, just tap it out. Just got to tap it out.
What is your favorite candy?
Nice. Who doesn't love candy questions? I love candy. But what is your favorite candy?
Actually, the more challenging part is putting the thing back on top.
A lot. We had a good amount of falls were caused on that moment.
All right, so my favorite candy? Oh, that's so hard. You know what I really, really love? I'm addicted. I can eat a whole bag. Fruit snacks. Welch's Fruit Snacks.
Oh,
I'm an
so good.
addict when it comes to that shit. I will eat that shit like crack.
Yeah, I've been on the Lifesaver gummy ones that they have. They have these they call them collision ones that are 2 different flavors. Those things are so good.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my crack. Welch's
Nice.
Fruit Snacks.
Yeah, that sounds great.
It's yeah. How about you? What's your favorite candy? So that is the gummies?
I would say
lightsaber?
those gummies. That's definitely my favorite candy. Yeah.
What kind of gum do you chew?
I don't chew much gum.
You don't chew gum?
Because I swallow it.
Oh, you're a swallower.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's not a bad thing.
No, I'm there for the work,
All right, you want to pick a Jenga? I made it even more challenging because now it's standing on 2 blocks. I like to make it difficult for both of us. But I feel like you're a cagey veteran and you know what you're doing around the Jenga course, if you will. Okay, trumpet or saxophone? Trumpet or saxophone? We got it simple.
Saxophone.
Because we've got a bit. Trumpet or saxophone? You're saying saxophone by far.
Yeah. And I said this, I was actually going back through the editing, and I think I said this in probably about 8 or 9 of the 15 episodes that anytime somebody brought that up, I said, I would love to start a band called Sexual Innuendo. Or Sexual Tension.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So
have a couple different horn players, a couple different, baritone, alto.
I would love to make a video where somebody that like these people are trying to cross the road and they're like at the cross stop. Somebody hits the button and some dude with a saxophone just like walks up and starts playing this sweet, sexy saxophone. And these people just start like dancing slowly and they're taking their clothes off. And then he just stops and they like look around like, what the fuck just happened? And he just walks away. And then it's just like a series, like wherever this guy goes, he just goes in and starts playing the sweet saxophone and like people just can't control it.
I love it. Your mind, man. It's an interesting way that it works. It works interesting. All right, so I'm gonna pick.
Do it.
Jenga. Now look how difficult it is right now.
I gotta say,
we only made like 4 or 5 moves.
Yeah, there's some shake to it already.
There's a lot of shake to it, and I gotta say that table is not the sturdiest.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had sometimes people will be playing it in the episode and it will shift to the side, it'll like shift around completely. So all right. He looks like he found one. Working it out. He got it. Nailed it.
What makes a local band good?
Oh, another great question.
All right, tell them what it says.
What makes a local band good? This is, you know, for you, this is such a great question.
So this is my question. What makes a local band good?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of elements to a band that makes them good. Starts with the drums, though. I think it starts with the drums.
Nice.
You know that old saying, the band is as good as its drummer?
Yeah.
Do you know that saying?
Yeah,
Have
absolutely.
you ever heard that?
Absolutely.
And that holds truth.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some shitty drummers out there, and it just really brought the band down.
Yeah.
But there could be other phenomenal players out there. But if you're not holding that time down, so it starts with the drummer, right?
Yeah.
And then for me, it's the bass, of course. You know, holding that glue, because the bass is the glue of the music.
Yeah.
It pieces it all together, right? And you can have any flashy old guitar player, because there's a million of them out there.
Yeah.
There are a dime a dozen.
Yep.
There are.
Oh yeah.
And then there's some really good local singers.
Yeah.
There are. I mean, we could do a whole podcast on all the great local singers. But for me, that and also getting along in the music community itself makes a local band good.
Oh, that's a great answer.
If they're out there supporting other local bands,
Yeah.
that gives them more points. You know, that give them a couple extra gold stars, if you will, you know, if we're in the grading system. But it does. That holds some truth to it as well, just for the simple fact is it just makes you like you want to be a part of the scene. You want to see the scene grow and expand. And if you're out there supporting each other like you should be,
Yeah,
out
absolutely.
there, that's my PSA for the day.
Yeah.
All you local bands should be out there supporting each other, whether you like each other or not.
I love that.
And there is. The music community is pretty tight in the area. There is. I mean, there's, of course, you got a little loopholes here and there, but it is tighter than it's ever been. Trust me, I've been in this music scene 25 years. I'm old.
Yeah.
But this, it's good. It's good. But that's what makes a local band good is, you know, and don't be a dick.
Yeah.
And
Don't
go
be
out-
a dick.
And go out and promote yourself, man. Go out there, promote yourself. You're in Utica, New York. If you're a local band in Utica, New York, there's no reason for you to have an ego.
Yeah.
Sorry. You should be up there having fun with it.
Yes.
You should be up there doing it because 1, it's your creative outlet.
Yep.
And 2, because it's fucking fun, man.
Yeah.
It's fun to get up there and play with your friends and get out there and jam out. I
Yeah,
love
and
it.
just to be with people in the moment, and there's nothing like it.
There's nothing like it. I absolutely love it. I love it.
That's so great. So
All right,
great.
brother. So why don't you step up? Andy's going to step up to the Jenga. When's the launch date on Hidden Jams? Hidden Jams is his new podcast. It's going to be launched on YouTube. It's pretty much a YouTube webcast is what he does. And this season, he incorporates this game of Jenga with all his guests. So, well, look at that one. That was tough. That was a good one. All right, what do you got there? Make up a rock star name in 5 seconds? Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Make up a rock star name in 5 seconds.
Banana Jenkins.
Banana Jenkins?
Banana Jenkins.
No, what kind of rock star would Banana Jenkins be?
Oh man.
It'd be like modern outlaw country type of thing.
Yeah. No, or just like some acid rock.
Acid rock Banana Jenkins.
That's what I'm thinking. Some acid rock.
I love it. I love it. He'd be really crafty on the slide, though. Banana Jenkins has to be a slide player.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Up and down the banana, baby.
I love that.
And a name like Banana Jenkins has to have a southern accent.
My name's Banana Jenkins. How you folks doing?
Banana Jenkins. That's a great one, bro.
The release is 3 weeks from this Friday.
The release of Hidden Gems 3 weeks from this Friday.
3 weeks from this Friday.
And the first guest on the first episode is?
The first episode is going to be Jack in the Jukebox.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Jack in the Jukebox.
Jack in the Jukebox is going to be the very first episode.
They're a fun local band for sure.
They absolutely are.
All right, brother. I'm going to slip over to the Jenga.
Sweet.
I'm going to probably knock it down with this one.
No, you absolutely got it. Yeah, this Friday.
You know what the thing is, not to cut you off, but like the floor could be a little wobbly, and because I had so much coffee, that's what kicks in the nervous leg syndrome sometimes.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I'm jittery.
So
I might even do this on a fumble
as I sit here and like spin my chair.
Right.
That I was mentioning it earlier. So this whole season we went and traveled and met with people. And sometimes we had to set up ridiculous tables to play this on. There is an episode where we set up a table with a guitar case, and we play Jenga on the guitar case. So you guys are just gonna have to watch to find out which episode that actually is.
That was pretty tough right there.
Oh, we got one though.
Which cartoon do you think would make the best rapper?
Which cartoon would make the best rapper? That's a great one.
Wow, that's a good one. That's such a great question.
Yeah.
It's funny how I could see my arm in the delay over here on the video. But all right, so what cartoon would make the best rapper in my opinion?
Yeah.
Solid question.
Yeah.
Well, I always go with one of my favorites, which was Woody Woodpecker. But did Woody Woodpecker just be like, guess who?
I feel like
he might have been the original rapper.
no, he beatboxes.
Oh, that's a good one.
He beatboxes.
Okay, Woody Woodpecker would be a beatboxer. Woody Woodpecker would be perfect for a vocal jam.
Yes.
Perfect for a vocal jam. So who would be a great rapper?
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a great question. You know who would be a slang rapper? Like just right off the cuff, just nonstop, absolutely slang, like lyrical miracle? Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny, yeah.
Bugs Bunny would be the lyrical miracle of all cartoon rappers. Hands down. I don't think there's anybody that could top him.
I don't know.
A great question.
I
want to bring this out to everybody else, this question. This is a great one. Who would make the best cartoon rapper of all time?
Yeah.
Out of all the cartoons, if you could think of one. Of course, I'm thinking Speedy Gonzalez here, too.
That's a really good one.
He'd be slaying some Mexican rhymes.
See, who I would bring to my rap battle?
Who's that?
Roger from Family Guy, or American Dad.
Ooh.
I feel like he would be a good rapper. He's seen some shit. He's been around the galaxy.
I gotcha.
Yeah. He's a master of disguise.
That would be a good one. Who would be the ultimate cartoon rapper? What a great question. I like that one.
Yeah.
Did you just kind of randomly write these down on a notepad somewhere?
Yeah.
Like notes?
Me and my girlfriend Chloe, who has been an amazing, she is like my partner in crime on this show. She has helped me from filming to the editing. I would not be anywhere if it was not without her.
Nice.
That's all her handwriting because mine is horribly sloppy, and I wrote one and then she said I cannot write anymore. But me and her sat with a notebook and we came up with the first like 65 the first day, and then we did one episode, and then from there started to come up with some more, and then there was a couple more that I wanted to incorporate throughout the season, so we'd finish those out. But now we're up to 2 full Jenga sets that have all the questions, and for season 3 we're gonna have at a minimum 3 more. I'd almost like to make it 4. And there's 54 blocks in a standard Jenga game, and so I want to have just a Tupperware full of these questions, and then every guest that we're with, they pick out.
They keep switching it up.
Yes,
yeah.
So they pick out 54 random questions, so no interview is the same. Nobody's going to get the same exact questions. There's some layovers sometimes here and there, but just so it's like always different. There's always like something new to like talk about. Well,
let's talk about another question, brother.
Yeah.
So why don't you step up to the Jenga table right there? Also, Our Common Roots, they got any gigs coming up anytime soon?
Oh, yes.
Our Common Roots are playing this Saturday at Woodland, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Starting at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock start time over there at Woodland.
We're playing with Honeysuckle.
When I say Woodland Brewery, I could just smell that place automatically. I totally can. Love that place. So what do you got here? What's the question?
What is some advice you have for other local musicians?
Some advice you would offer local musicians.
You'll notice that one was in my handwriting.
Some advice that you would offer local musicians. And that's your handwriting? That's the only Jenga piece that you
I think
wrote on?
there's like 3 or 4 that have my handwriting. Yeah.
So what's some advice you would offer local musicians?
Yeah, this is really putting myself on the spot now with this.
Yeah.
Just about what we talked about earlier. I think that's my biggest thing is just try to create a brotherhood or a sisterhood. Just a hood maybe. But just like a family, and not to be competitive because in the end it doesn't matter.
Yeah, right. You're in Utica, New York.
Yeah,
None of us are getting rich up here off of playing our music.
Yeah.
We do it because we love it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and that's just passion and fun shows and like if you're gonna do a ton of covers, like fun, unique stuff and just like some oddball experiences, and to think about a show as not just the music, to think about it as a whole theatrical, maybe not theatrical because that's not everyone's thing, but just a performance, that isn't just the music, that isn't just practicing the notes for note, that's fun to watch and fun to be around and fun to see people doing it.
Here we go again. Just have fun.
Yeah,
Have fun, people.
That's what it comes down to, I
right?
think. Yeah.
Bandage check in and he's saying Blur from Transformers would be a pretty intense spitting rhymes.
Nice.
Rhymes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was voiced by the Micro Machines guy. Oh, okay. I got you.
Oh, okay.
John Mischetta. He's saying John Mischetta Jr., the Micro Machines guy.
Excellent. Okay.
He would be good at spitting rhymes.
Yeah, I like that.
Foghorn Leghorn.
I almost said him a couple but right before you said Bugs Bunny, I almost said Foghorn.
Did you?
I really did.
And I'm going to throw that question back out to everybody that's watching, maybe caught up a little bit late, but who would be the ultimate cartoon rapper? Throughout all the years of cartoons, who would be your guy that would be the rapper?
Yeah, there's so much to choose from.
So many to choose from. You think He-Man would be a good rapper? I don't think he would.
No, I don't.
Just all muscle.
Yeah, when he got frustrated, he would just stab you.
He would be the Suge Knight of the cartoon rap world. He-Man.
They got the epic rap battles. There needs to be an epic cartoon rap battles. That's what we need out there. Right? Ooh, it's getting tough with this Jenga. I think there's 3 pretty big pinch points there. He'll find one though. We got faith. He's just tapping around. It's
like Shakedown Street.
Just gotta poke around. Woo! Got one.
How do you roast your marshmallow?
Nice. Because this says a lot about somebody. How do you roast your marshmallow is the question, and it says a lot about somebody. Are you the guy who
There's only one way to roast a marshmallow.
I don't know. You take patience with it, or you just get it done. You just want it done.
Well, if you get it done, it's going to end up a piece of charcoal.
Some people like that.
Some people like golden brown, baby.
Golden brown, yeah.
Kind of.
You got the patience.
A little bit away. You kind of just, ease yourself into it.
Yeah.
You got to get right up to the campfire. Just like a little bit, then you back off a little bit, and then you spin it, and then at the end is when you catch the fire and give it the little.
Oh, okay, yeah. You
make the flame go out.
Finish it a little bit.
The little.
Yeah.
Flame goes out.
Excellent.
And that's how you get the golden brown right there.
Nice.
Yes.
All right. And now, are you a s'mores dude or?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm
Excellent.
a munchy hat dude.
Yeah.
There's not much it's a lot easier to tell you the things that I won't eat.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier. Yeah.
Well, another thing about Hidden Jams is I will put myself a little bit on blast watching these episodes. I gotta put myself in the gym and I gotta start. I'm
brother. I'll put you on a little Psycho Kid.
I was editing and I was like, man, Andy, enough with the chocolate cookies. Let's put them down. I'm gonna use it as a little inspiration to get myself in shape.
Let's go, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, how about your boy Brian, man? He's killing it. He looks great. Brian, our common roots.
Absolutely
he's down
is.
like 30 pounds.
Yeah,
Seen him
and
the other day congratulating him.
He looks great.
And he's addicted to going to the gym, and he's really hooked, and he cares about his health, man.
Yeah.
Andy, I got to tell you, if I could offer you one advice on today's podcast is you got to take care of yourself because the older you get, man, the worse your body becomes, and you want to solve that before you start getting older. So
this year was actually all about feeling the effects from that. Finally, I hit
take care of your body. Take care of your body, and it all kind of filters in with the mental health and the stress and all that. But it starts with you first.
Yeah,
it starts with the physical part of it. All right, why don't you pick the product?
Awesome.
The product. I keep calling it the product, but the Jenga.
The Jenga. And real quick, too, my buddy Jack, I don't know how to say your last name, dude. I think it's Minio is watching. And huge shout out to you, Jack. You have been supporting Hidden Jams through and through. And you actually helped, after the first season, I had this like brief moment where I was like, this is dumb and nobody likes this. And I don't know why I'm still doing this. And you messaged me, and you kept asking when it was coming out, and I got to say, you really helped inspire me to keep going a little bit. So, Jack, thank you so much, dude.
Awesome. Thank you, Jack. Everybody out there in Facebook land, too, click the share button. It would help us spread the word of Hidden Jam and Our Common Roots, the DEC Radio. And I know it's tight up there, bro. It is tight. That one's, I know I'm knocking it down next round. I just got a feeling. Oh, you got that one, too.
Oh, here we go. Metallica or AC?
Metallica or AC/DC? Wow. Tough one.
Yeah.
I have to answer this one too.
Yeah. For me, it's Metallica.
For you, it's Metallica.
Yeah, through and through. But I will say, I never really listened to AC/DC, and I'm a big in garage sales. And this year, I bought like 3 AC/DCs at a garage sale, CDs, and I absolutely love the like deep cuts from them, and I was not familiar with like a lot of their deep stuff, like I'd heard the radio hits, and those become like almost cliche at a point, but listening to their CDs, I was like super impressed about everything AC/DC. But it's got to be Metallica.
Are you one to get into a band then dive into their whole history?
Yes.
And get obsessed?
Yes.
Yeah. Me too. I get obsessed.
I watch interviews with them. I watch rig rundowns, and yeah.
For me, growing up, Metallica, for sure, loved Metallica, and really did not get into AC/DC. I only appreciated AC/DC the older I got.
Okay, yeah.
And because AC/DC had this simple chord structure for all their songs, and it just, to me, it was their basic thing. But then if they were ever to try anything different, it wouldn't be AC/DC.
Yeah. Yeah.
So so I appreciate that that's AC/DC.
Yeah, absolutely.
They have their sound, and that is it, and that's why they are absolutely iconic.
Yeah.
Same with Metallica. That's Metallica. Metallica, though, as much as I was obsessed with them as a kid, the older I got, I started to get really disinterested with them. But there's some high points I've had with them.
Yeah.
Being, a couple things that they've done. Their last album it was awesome. Forgot which one it is, but that was pretty good. But with AC/DC, I start to appreciate them a little bit more as the older I get, and you start to learn their history a little bit better. And right now they're tied for me.
Okay, all right.
I would put them tied.
That's cool. Yeah, I had Master of Puppets on cassette tape, and I had to hide it from my mother. I used to hide a shitload of music from them. I had like
hysterical.
Marilyn Manson, Smells Like Children on cassette tape, Green Day's Dookie.
You had to
on
hide these
cassette.
off from your mom?
Oh yeah.
Does she? Now you're confessing to her.
Oh, we've had this conversation, but yeah, once she took a Huey Lewis in the News CD from me because it had I Want a New Drug on the back of it. And my father was like, "You gotta give that's Huey Lewis. Like,
it's a great album.
You can give that back to him."
We do have the question going out to everybody out there in all the social medias: who would be the ultimate cartoon rapper?
Yeah.
In your eyes, who would be the ultimate cartoon rapper? We've blurted out a couple. Band is just saying "Secret War Parts" by The Last Emperor. I'm not familiar.
I'm not familiar with that either.
The link, so I'll have to click on that in a little bit and see what
The Last Emperor is that like the Disney movie?
Probably. I don't know.
Okay, I don't know. If it's not, I'm not trying. I'd be funny. I just don't know what that is.
You brought up American Dad or whatever, but Brian from The Family Guy, he'd be a good rapper.
Yeah, he'd be funny.
He'd be witty.
Yes, that is what I would think out of him.
Really, really
kind of like MC Chris type of vibe is what I'm thinking. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna step up to the Jenga table.
Up to the plate.
Probably gonna knock it over.
Nah, you got this one. What will it be? There's some funny blocks in there. I definitely put some people on the spot with some of the impersonations, and some people nailed them.
Oh shit!
Oh, you got it. I knew you'd get it.
What's your favorite song to play?
Nice. What's your favorite song to play? Was the block that was chosen? What's your favorite song to play?
Currently, my favorite song to play is "Little Debbie" by Tame the Giant.
Nice.
I only
Absolutely.
played it once.
I've tried to sell that song to Little Debbie constantly.
Actually, I've got a smash hit I'm working on right now called "I Like the Way Your Butt Look."
Nice. I like that.
It's been an idea for mine for a long time, and I finally kind of put it together and we're almost ready to record it soon.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be sweeping the nation. Probably it's going to be the summer jam, if you will.
Nice.
Like the way your butt look.
I think one of my favorite songs to play would be my song Alien.
Alien.
Yeah.
And that's a Tame the Giant song.
That's
too, right?
Tame the
That's
Giant
part of
song.
Your, the rock opera,
Yep.
if you will, by Tame the Giant.
Yeah, that's in the rock opera. Yeah, I think it's just a fun song to play, and it's just like a simple little 4-chord song, but it's just a blast. And when you get everybody like at parties and like everyone's like, "Oh, Alien!"
And everybody's just singing around. Yeah, I love that, man.
Yeah.
All right, brother, you want to step up to the Jenga plate?
Oh, I got this.
Now batting. What would be your number when you were playing like Little League or any of that?
17.
Now batting, number 17, the guitar player, Andy Soroka. All right, that's going to be a tough one right there. That's a tough one.
Now, good thing I try to tell people always work towards yourself.
Oh, yeah.
You know, people try to like they get like.
Oh, right. Oh, that's good advice. Always work towards yourself instead of away from yourself. That's solid Jenga advice. I like it, bro. Yeah, right. It's always towards yourself. You're right. Even in life.
What would you ask Bigfoot if you met them?
What would you ask Bigfoot if you met him? What would you ask Bigfoot if you met him? Huh. That's an interesting question. What would you ask Bigfoot?
Oh man,
What would you ask Bigfoot if you met him?
I'd be like, how do you survive out here so long? You
Yeah.
know? Like what other mythical creatures do you know of?
You know what I would ask him? How did you manage to stay away from everybody for all these years? How did you like pull the wool over our eyes for so long?
Yeah.
And like, what's your history?
Yeah.
That's
What if-
probably the first
you know-
thing I'd want to know. I'd want to know about the long line of Bigfoots too.
Yeah.
I want to know about his parents and his cousins. And
Absolutely. You know, like what does he look for in another Bigfoot mate? You know,
Yeah.
Like what's
Are there other Bigfoot mates out there for him to bang?
wow? Or is he just like maybe he just like asexually reproduces? Like
Right.
Just like globs off another
Right.
Bigfoot every now and then.
I think Bigfoot has a big old schlong too. He's got it. I mean, he's
I
Bigfoot, right?
absolutely gotta.
So
Yeah.
yeah, these are all questions I'd ask Bigfoot. Yeah, I went there. Also, the question we're asking too would be the ultimate cartoon rapper. Who would be the ultimate cartoon?
There's been some great responses.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's some good ones out there still.
All right, I'm gonna go play. We're going until we knock the Jenga over.
Nice. I dig it.
I have to walk slowly.
It's got some shake to it. I don't know if you guys can see when he walks over there. It does shake a little bit. And you tap around on the tower and it starts to move. Yeah. Always work towards yourself so you're not pushing the blocks.
Do you use your pinky?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. It's shaking. It's shaking.
It's not the Jenga, it's me.
I think he's got it though. I think he's got it. Oh, but can he put it back?
Oh, I gotta do this stupid thing.
Oh, see, now this is why we play with 2 Jenga games. Maybe you should even pick another one. I feel like that's, let's tempt fate one more time.
Sing happy birthday backwards.
Yeah, that was the sing happy birthday backwards. So on the show, we alleviate this by playing with 2 different Jengas, and you'll often see me with a little pile of the blocks, or sometimes it's hidden below, and then we hand somebody a new block.
You said work towards you, and I'm working away from you.
Yeah, see, yeah, because you get yourself Nice. Do you name your instruments? My guitar's name is Blaze.
Your guitar's name is Blaze?
Yep.
Blaze Soroka.
Blaze Soroka.
I love it. I love it. Let's see. Do I name my instruments? I don't.
No, never. That bass.
Don't.
What is that bass you got?
Spectre.
Spectre. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't name it.
Okay. Would you?
No, probably not.
All right. Yeah, that's fair.
No, probably Nelly. I don't know if I had to.
Nelly.
No, I don't know what I would name. I don't think I would name anything. Huh. Roadblock from G.I. Joe. No idea. I don't. He has no idea. That's actually a great idea. Roadblock from G.I. Joe would be a great rapper.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
That would be a great rapper. Roadblock.
Got it.
All right, wait, hang on. I didn't see. What do you got?
Sushi or tacos?
Sushi or tacos? That's a solid question. Sushi or tacos? I know. Well, I know my answer for that one's easy.
Sushi.
Sushi, me too.
Oh yeah, and that's only like
And I love tacos.
I've only discovered sushi in like the last 4 years.
Oh, so you must have been a picky eater growing up.
I absolutely was. And then I don't know. I think it was like 26. I was like, why was I that picky? No, it started to open up a little before then, but I still hadn't breached seafood yet. And I think it was like right around when I hit 30, I finally tried sushi and was like, I don't know why I wasted so much of my life not eating sushi. So I'm going to try to make up for lost time.
How did I hate this for so long? And then I never even tried it.
And there's this place up in Syracuse that's all you can eat sushi for like $40 and it's on a conveyor belt.
Oh, well, I love that. They used to have that too at the Red Samurai.
Oh, really?
And they took the conveyor belt out though.
Damn.
That place has great sushi.
Yes, they do.
That place does, and Suma, of course. And then big shout out to the Lotus Garden too.
Oh, yeah. They're super
Lotus
good.
Garden. All right, so Hidden Jams, Jenga.
You got it.
Dude, look at this thing is wobbling.
Oh,
It's wobbling.
yeah.
Like one shake of the table, it's going down. This thing's going to go down like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, which is still up.
You got it, though. Z up for his 7th at bat this night.
Yeah, I'm batting pretty good. I'm batting 1,000.
He's batting 1,000. He's had a single, 2 doubles. Oh. Almost had a strikeout right there. Oh, he's tapping around. Tapping around. Oh, I think he found one. He's mining for Jenga.
All right. Do you listen to whole albums or playlists?
Nice. Solid question. Because this is a little bit in relation to the future of music. Do you listen to playlists or albums? Because not a lot of people listen to albums anymore.
Right.
You know, that's...
I do both.
Yeah.
I guess lately I've been a playlist guy.
Okay.
Growing up, obviously albums because
Yeah.
there's no such thing as playlists.
I-
Playlists in my day were called mixtapes.
I was about to say, it was like the mixtape,
I
you know?
was that kid that would sit and wait on Rock 107 for that song to come on so I can hit record, and then the stupid DJ would talk all over it and it'd be like, stop. And then I became a DJ and I became that guy that would talk over the song. I became the guy I absolutely despise.
It's, you know, we try so hard not to, but I wasn't a kid who would record music like that. I would record music videos on VHS.
Yeah, I did that too.
And I actually, at one point, I started to have different tapes that were like different artists, you know, like Marilyn Manson, 9 Inch Nails.
Oh, wow. So you broke it down to the artist.
Yeah, I would watch.
Wow.
I would watch.
That's involved.
M2 constantly, and then you know they'd be like, up next is like Marilyn Manson, and I'd be like pop that tape in, you know, and like then try to like collect a new.
You were like, you had to be on point.
Yeah. I have on VHS. When M2 played Radiohead's Kid A for I think like 2 months before it came out, they played it at like 3:00 in the morning, and albums, you know, like weren't really leaked. You know, so it was like a big deal. I remember that they were playing the whole album, and it was just a top-down visual of a record that was constantly spinning, and they just played the album at like 3 in the morning. And I remember like waiting up to like so I could like record the whole entire thing. Oh, no. And that still happened on VHS.
Those were the days.
Oh yeah.
All right, Andy's gonna step up to the Jenga table right now. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're hanging with Andy Soroka from Our Common Roots and Hidden Jams, which is a fun little podcast that you guys got to check out when he releases season 2. I had a blast on it. All right, so it's that.
Who are some of your influences?
who are some of your influences? Who are some of your influences? Who are some of your influences?
So, I'm trying. So early on would be the Deftones, Stephen Carpenter, the guitar player from the Deftones. Just loved the dude. Loved his whole style. The Deftones were like the first band that I fell in love with. You know, that was like not kid music or something that like I found on my own. When I was really young, I loved like Weird Al. So,
Why does that not surprise me?
Yeah. Yeah, I had like Weird Al and like, I had a bunch of like music that people had given me when I was a kid, like that stuff that I would hide. But I remember like the first time that I ever went to the Soundgarden up in Syracuse, and it was the first time that I had like my own money, that like I bought my own album, that like I didn't have to like hide or to like sneak or anything like that, and it was the Deftones Adrenaline album. And I think it was like My Own Summer had just come out, it was like right around that time period, and I just absolutely fell in love with them, and I was still really into like heavier stuff, and Stephen Carpenter was really like where I wanted to go with my guitar playing, and that's like him and like a high school buddy. My high school buddy got me into playing guitar, but Stephen Carpenter really, was like an influence, and then from there, Jay Mascis from Dinosaur Jr., and still to this day, he's one of my bigger influences.
No doubt.
Yeah, I mean, I just like love Dinosaur Jr., and they're a weird band because they're really popular underground, and they had the one song I Feel Pain that like kind of got big for a second, but like if you say the name, people are like kind of like yeah, I kind of remember him, but he's just like a powerhouse of a musician. Just watching him play is really unique because he plays this like frantic guitar sound, and it's just like it's loud and it's like super distorted, and he's like super fast. He's a very, very fast player, but his voice is so calm, and it comes like there's no like it's not like any like punk thing, like where that energy is there, like the energy is there from the music, but like his voice is like, it's like he's like talking over like this like crazy ass playing, so I really love Jay Mascis. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Those are your influences.
Nice. What are some of yours?
Oh, dude, we could do a whole podcast on my influences. I'm inspired by people every day, and today my influence is you, Andy Soroka, and that's a fact because I'm really enjoying this game of Jenga. So with that in mind, I'm going to go pick a piece.
Nice. Love it. Another crazy fact, I never got to see Dinosaur Jr. No. And Chloe bought me tickets to go see Dinosaur Jr. 3 years ago. Ooh. Nice, you got it. Oh, you band-aided that one.
Do you have an after-show ritual?
Nice. And real quick with the... Ooh.
That's where it's tricky right there. This shit's going down.
Yeah.
And then you get to walk away slowly.
Oh, you can.
You're gonna have to walk away super slow from that because it's wobbling.
You can see it shake on the video.
It's kind of shaking already.
Yeah.
Like that thing's about to go.
Nobody's even over there.
No one's even over there. What was the question again? I totally forgot.
What is your pre-show ritual?
Pre-show ritual?
Yeah.
Mary Jane?
I want to say out of like everyone who got that was
number one answer.
That was the number one answer. Yeah, that was the number one answer.
For me, it helps to take the edge off a little bit, and it's better than alcohol because my problem with alcohol is I can't have just one.
Yeah.
So once I don't want to even get down that rabbit hole right now, but yeah, I like to burn one.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, Andy, what do you got? Step up to the Jenga table. What a great idea, too, by the way. This is awesome. This has been a lot of fun, man.
Oh, I'm so glad.
This has been a lot of fun. Want to thank EJA Moving Services. Want to thank Utica Hemp, Saranac Brewery, and, of course, my friends over at Utica Coffee. Whoa, dude. All right. I thought you almost knocked it over. All right, so what is that?
What is the first thing you notice about a musician?
What's the first thing you notice about a musician? First thing you notice about a musician. That's a good question. These are all solid questions, Andy. They really are. You did a great job with this. You really did. I think it's really, really cool. It's very creative and it's fun. I'm having a blast.
Nah, thank you so much. And that's that was the whole point. Was fun. I wanted to, the first season it was like we talked a lot, and I felt like I wasn't showing off the fun side of people, and I was like, we gotta get into the what makes them tick and what makes them laugh.
So what's the first thing you notice from a musician? About a musician?
I would probably say, unfortunately, I am a guitarist, so I look at equipment.
Yeah, you're a gearhead.
Yeah.
Are you a gear guy?
I'm not like 100% of a gear guy, but like I just I love to see like what people are using and like what they got going on. I don't know. That's probably something that I would notice about somebody first.
Yeah. Absolutely. Bandage is saying this is definitely an entertaining way of doing things.
Nice.
This is really good. Make sure you check out his podcast when he releases it. So you do it episodically, right?
Yes.
How often do you release an episode?
So in 3 weeks, we're going to release the first episode, and then it's going to be every single Friday for the next 15 weeks.
So go over to your Facebook page, give it a like.
Yep.
And then also go subscribe to his YouTube channel, and you can see all his episodes of Hidden Gems coming out.
Yep. And I'm going to try. I really hope I have terrible internet where I am, so I'm hoping to get out in Utica. But we're going to try to we're going to load up the first season to Facebook, directly to Facebook, on Sundays. So it'll be Sundays, you'll get an old episode, and then Friday, you're going to get the brand new episode. But that episode is only going to be on YouTube.
This thing's looking dangerous, bro. This thing is looking really dangerous.
That putting the last one back, it shook a lot.
That's the hard part, is putting it back.
Yeah.
Like getting it out. If you find a loose one, that's cool. It's fine, dandy, but it's putting it back on top. It becomes pretty tricky.
Yeah.
Especially at this stage of the game.
That's where it's fallen so much. And also, before I forget, I want to give a shout out to my boy Josh, my coworker, who said he was going to check this out if I gave him a little shout out. So I hope you're watching, Josh, because I did it.
So,
it's tough, it's if you see what would happen is we would work up here.
see, all these are already asked questions.
But we've asked them all, and that's again why we do the second game of Jenga. That oh, you got it. See, he's working. Oh, you got to work with the shake a little bit too. Oh, you got it. It wants to give it. Yes, nailed it.
What's your favorite meme right now?
Yeah, let's talk memes. Say what you meme.
My phrase is practice what you meme.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Practice what you meme.
Practice what you meme.
My second public service announcement for the day. What's my favorite meme right now? I don't really have a favorite meme.
That's fair.
Oh, it's the old guy that says happy birthday, that your balls are touching the toilet. You know what I mean? That old creepy guy. You know which ones I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite meme.
Yeah, I love the ones that are, it's like the guy looking off in bed, and it's like he's probably thinking about other girls right now, and it's like some guy, and he's like,
oh, right, this is me, this is my girlfriend, this is him. Yeah,
yeah, that's a funny one.
It is a funny one. All right, Andy's gonna step up to the Jenga table. It's getting pretty intense. This is getting pretty wobbly right now. You don't have any really points of egress, if you will, especially on the bottom half. And then we're gonna start repeating some questions. Oh shit, you're going. That's a tricky one right there. That's a tricky one. This is gonna. Ooh.
I don't know if I can do it now.
Ooh. I like how you. Whoa, dude, that was slick. That was slick how you did that.
Oh, here's a great one.
All right, what's the way? Hang on. What is it? We got
Why music?
why music. Why music? What's why music, Andy?
Why music? Because I didn't find music in life. Music found me, and that's why. And there's to have something like that feels like a destiny find you in life. You know, it just that felt right. You know, and nothing else has just attacked me or just like sucked me into the fold as much as music has.
Like it.
Yeah.
Good answer.
So that's it.
Music's the fabric of my life, and that is the bottom line.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I can't believe you didn't knock it over on that one. You know what's coming right now.
I do actually.
I really don't see this going much further.
Yeah. I just don't know. Oof. Even you know, it was like I knocked those 2 blocks loose too.
I know, and they're hanging like this.
Yeah.
Sideways.
It's tough right now. Yeah, there's. Oh. Just find a nice. Yeah, there's. He's poking around the field. He's looking for a nice spot to shoot the J from. Oh! I can't believe you did that.
What was the first band you were in?
Nice.
Tell him.
What was the first band you were in? So he's being careful.
I
too.
can't believe I got that.
I can't.
I can't believe I got that.
Yeah, that
thing is becoming more and more challenging right now. First band I ever played in was a band called Hack, H-A-C-K.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
I played like classic rock covers and stuff. And
Awesome.
shout out Dan Massey
Nice.
and Andy Sink
My first band was called
and Joe Miller.
and Joe Miller.
Sorry, guys.
No, my first band was called FS, and it stood for fuck shit.
Of course, punk rock band or death metal or something like that.
Not even. We were not even cool enough for any of those labels. I don't know. We just recorded stuff into like a tape recorder, and like we used like a bunch of weights from like a weight set that we covered in plastic, and that was our drums. It was like maybe a death metal at points, you know, because like we would just like if you hit a weight with plastic around it fast enough, it almost sounds like thrash drums. You know, it's just like. You know, like
right.
and it would just be like this like ridiculous guitar, and we were like, whoa, stuff like. So I guess it, you know, it was like in that vein. It was like an homage to the band AC. Do you anal cunt? No. They're all right. Well, they're insanity. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to Neil Trashy for that one, and Tom.
All right, Andy, step. Also, we have the question going out to people. Who would be the best all-time cartoon rapper? Who would be the all-time cartoon rapper? I went with Bugs Bunny. I really can't see anybody slaying Bugs Bunny. Oh, that's a tough one. This thing's going down soon.
It's like that's the only new question.
Is it? Oh, you're poking around big time. Just gotta poke around.
Don't tell me this town ain't got no heart.
Tell me this town ain't got no heart. Oh, that's a good one. Oh. Good. What's that one now?
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Favorite genre of music.
Favorite genre of music? That's such a broad question, actually. Favorite genre of music? It's hard to...
I think it changes.
Yeah.
It changes a lot.
It's hard to simple it down to just one,
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, no, and I think it changes. A lot of jammy stuff, you know, like I love musicians, you know, have a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, a lot of themselves in their music, you know, and I love to hear that. And I love when, you know, you feel like it's an extension of someone or bands, you know, it's like an extension of all these people combined. You know, I would say genre changes a lot. Yeah, that is a tough one.
If you were to categorize them back to the original 6 or however they were, and that like however what was it, 4 jazz, you got blues, you got rock, you got country, so probably just 4, right?
Yeah, that's what I would say. I would say rock then.
Right, so rock would be it.
Yeah.
The big 4, if you will.
Yeah.
Big 4 genres.
Yeah, I would say rock. Definitely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the time where I knock over the Jenga table.
Yeah, I was and that was a new question, so there might be one or two that are still there. I know I wanted that one on the corner. Oh, that was it. One poke.
I called it. I told you.
That was great.
I told you I was going to knock that over. Andy, this has been awesome, dude.
Oh,
I
thank
got to
you.
say, at 2020, so far, this has been my favorite podcast. This has been awesome. So much fun, dude. Please, let's do this again.
Yeah, absolutely. It's only
Whole new
gonna,
questions.
It's only going to get bigger and more crazy.
And let's create that operation game with a guitar.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. Absolutely love that.
I knew I was going to knock this over. I just knew it, man. Hey, Louis out there saying the dreader, the better.
Nice.
I love it.
5 years and running now. 5
Yeah,
years.
man.
Yeah.
5 years and running?
5 years.
Nice.
Yeah, and I haven't cut my hair in 9 years.
Where can people find all your social media tags and Our Common Roots? Plug all of it.
Okay.
And shows too, upcoming shows.
Okay, let's talk Our Common Roots first. Our Common Roots is playing next Saturday, February 15th at Woodland Brewery.
Oh, next Saturday.
This Saturday.
Oh, this Saturday. Okay.
This Saturday coming up at Woodland Brewery at 7:00. We're playing with Honeysuckle Vine and Graham Espy, who plays bass in both bands.
He's double dipping,
and it's his 40th birthday. So it's gonna be a big blast. We're really looking forward to that.
Cool.
And
Much love to you, Graham. Is one of my brothers, man. I love that dude so much.
Graham is amazing. Such an awesome dude. So yeah, and then we're back there in March. March 26th at Woodland again. And that's all the shows that we have for right now. We are in the studio. Actually, I should have been in the studio this last Friday, but we had that insane snowstorm. So we're real close to finishing 5 new tracks. Super excited about that. 4 tracks we've been playing and 1 brand new song that we've played out one time. So not many people have heard that song even. So looking forward to that. Can't wait to get those tracks out there. That's with Our Common Roots. Tame the Giant. Nothing planned right now, but I would really. We were starting to talk that we want to get a show booked.
You need a stage, kind of like a JCC type of thing. That needs to be a production.
Yes.
I'm not telling you what to do and how to do your shows.
No,
like that. If you're going to do Tame the Giant,
yeah,
like doing it at a bar where you're pushing a freaking table out of the way, a pool table. That doesn't really hold any substance to any kind of showing whatsoever to what you guys do.
Yeah.
What you guys need is a stage, a production, the whole scene.
Yes.
It's a play. Like it's a rock opera.
It's a rock opera, yeah. And it's funny and it's a little raunchy at times, and
it's such a cool little funny quirky story.
Yeah, that's we all just have such a blast doing it, and in that moment I don't think you can find a happier group of people.
Nice.
You get Little Debbie and the Pharaoh Boy running around on stage, and there's like sword fighting, and there's all these alien props, and yeah,
it's an alien rock opera.
Yeah. So that's Tame the Giant. We should do a show where we do it on Tame the Giant, have some of the guys come in, we'll play some of the ridiculous songs.
Yeah.
And so with Hidden Jams, though, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram. On Instagram under Hidden Jams Show, and on Facebook under Hidden Jams, and on YouTube just under Hidden Jams. And I don't know where the camera is, but there's this. This is our logo.
That's fair.
And just look for the logo. And this logo was also designed by Art of Riley Smiley out of Rochester. Super amazing artist. So big shout out to her. So you can find all the episodes on YouTube, and there's going to be 15 per season. There's 15 out now, and we're just 3 weeks away from dropping 15 more.
Nice.
And as soon as those episodes get rolling, I'm already going to start recording for season 3.
Keep it up, man. I love what you're doing, Andy. You're a gem in our community. Keep fucking thinking outside the box and doing your thing, man.
Nah, thank you so much.
I love what you're putting out there. And you have a friend here at the D anytime, man.
No, it means so much because you guys. You've inspired me a lot, for real.
Stop it.
No, you really have. Finding all this, just it must have been like 2 years ago that I pulled the curtain back on Disruption Network and found you guys, and have been a fan ever since. And
well, I'm a fan of you too, man. So keep it going, and I love this community that we have going, man. There's so many cool, creative people doing some cool things. So let's keep it going. Let's make this snowball and really put the 315 on the map, and that's what we're here for.
Absolutely. And what we're going to do with the next season, Hidden Jams, with season 3, is so in season 2, the artists are all over New York. Mm-hmm. We met with a band on Long Island. We met with a band from Poughkeepsie. We met with people from up by Pasico Lake, and we met with people in Allegheny County, which is like way over by Niagara Falls. We will drive to you, and I want to just keep opening up that territory. I got some friends in Burlington who are looking for some musicians for me. We want to try to make it down to Connecticut, Massachusetts, Albany area, Pennsylvania.
How could people get in touch with you if they're looking to?
HiddenJamShow@gmail.com. You can message Hidden Jams directly, either through Facebook, Instagram, however you want to get a hold of us, YouTube, apps, however it is. But HiddenJamShow@gmail.com. And yeah, we're also going to come out with some merch too. I got a shirt. It's a one-off right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Show the cameras.
Yeah. It's a one-off right now, but we're gonna have more. And what I really want to get is FlexFit hats. I think a black hat with this logo on it would just look real neat, and I think that would be a cool thing. And coffee mugs too, because I've talked about it so much.
Talked about coffee mugs. Yeah. Who doesn't like a good coffee mug though?
Yeah. So
especially if you're filling it with Utica coffee.
Absolutely. Big shout out to Utica Coffee.
So much fun today, brother.
Yeah, it really was.
Thank you. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself. And they can listen to this podcast and previous podcasts on all the social medias of Disruption Network and Apple, Google, Stitcher, Spotify, anywhere where pretty much you hear podcasts. Thank you again. And much love to Utica Hemp, EJA Moving Services, Utica Coffee, and our friends, of course, at Saranac Brewery. And I'm Z and Andy Soroka. We are signing out. Thank you again.
Thank you guys so much.
It's been a lot of fun.
Seriously, thank you.
And we'll see you soon later.
What's good, people? It's your old pal Z, and this is your creative concert calendar. These are the shows you should be checking out in the next couple of weeks. Tuesday, February 11th, Allman Brothers Family comes to the Westcott Theater. Allman Betts Band. It's going to be awesome. You must check this out. 'Cause sometimes I feel like I've been tied to the whipping post. Allman Betts comes to the Westcott Theater. Allman Brothers Family. Oh, it's an awesome show. You must see this. February 11th, the Westcott Theater. Allman Betts always putting on a great show. Friday, February 21st, Boyd Tinsley from the Dave Matthews Band. Bam, 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 bam. Coming to the Westcott Theater. Dave's gonna be at the Westcott. Boyd Tinsley, February 21st, Westcott Theater. Friday, February 28th, the Everyone Orchestra, conducted by Matt Butler, an incredible improvisational show that you must see. What he does is he's like the gathers up all these great musicians from all over the place. Well, he's gathering up Ryan Montbleu, he's gathering up members from Turquoise, String Cheese Incident, and also members of Government Mule. That's going down at the Westcott Theater, Friday, February 28th for the Everyone Orchestra. The very next night, on the 29th, the leap year day, the legendary Max Creek makes their triumphant return to the Westcott Theater with special guests, the Lightkeepers. Check it out. The legendary Max Creek, been doing it for over 40 years. And then on March 6th, the return of Central New York's favorite Celtic rock band, Enter the Haggis. Little pre-St. Patrick's Day celebration going on at the Westcott Theater. Enter the Haggis always puts on a great show. You can check them out, Westcott Theater, March 6th. For more information, go to westcotttheater.com, or for ticket information, cctix.com. That's cctix.com. It's your old pal Z, and this is your Creative Concert Calendar.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving. relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJ350516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Want to know what's going on at the D? Hit up DisruptionNetwork.net and check out our events calendar brought to you by the Events Co. Find out about upcoming guests, special events, concerts, show schedules, community activities, and more. Get connected at DisruptionNetwork.net.